We back for a weekly recap. I got Rob with me.
What up?
Alright, so we got a lot to discuss. Like, this week is definitely worse from the previous week, so
Every time I come up to his school, I think, nigga, fuck last week, what you do, nigga? Nigga, give me all this.
Alright, so Monday Night Raw in Boston. We had Rey Mysterio, Andrade, and Shinsuke Nakamura. All three compete in a triple threat match, you know, to find out who's gonna face EC3. Of course, Shinsuke Nakamura won. It was a very long triple threat match, very good one. Nakamura got the victory. So, Rod, the last week, the first episode of Raw, when Nakamura eliminated Andrade, right after that, EC3 snuck behind Nakamura and finished off Nakamura and became new United States champion. Do you think EC3 robbed Shinsuke Nakamura the United States Championship?
Yeah, I do.
Definitely. But right, because it's a fatal four-way. Anything goes. It's not like he hit him in the back with a chair or anything like that. It was just, you know, I guess it was fair. Not Nakamura wouldn't think it would be fair, but you know, that's how it goes. But I also want to talk about Andrade and Rey Mysterio. I feel like we might have a rivalry brewing between those two men. So I don't know. I mean, I remember that fatal four-way. I feel like Rey Mysterio would have won United States Championship, honestly. If Andrade didn't hit him with that low blow and then pinned him, I feel like Rey Mysterio. I mean, first of all, you know how I commentated. I said that these are the new guys who are entering the fatal four-way, and Rey Mysterio is the only veteran. And Rey Mysterio, out of everything he's done in his career, tag team titles, Intercontinental, World, WWE Championship, even for a short period of time, he's never won the United States Championship. And Andrade took the initiative to go low. So I know Rey Mysterio hasn't forgotten about that. He cost him a title. And then we had a #1 contenders match, Bayley versus Asuka. Asuka won, but Bayley, she had a great performance. Let's just get that out the way. She had a great performance coming into that match.
I think Bayley had a full
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Alright, the tag team championship, the Raw tag team titles, the tournament match, Revival versus the Undisputed Era. Did you expect the Undisputed Era to win, or you think the Revival was going to win anyway?
I think the Revival was going to win anyway. They just overall the better tag team.
Even with the numbers odds, I mean, the Revival, they just looked sharp the whole time. I was shocked. I thought Undisputed Era was going to win. That's what I thought. But,
yeah, if I was doing a new tag team, you know, you would think that.
Right. I mean, they've been a good tag team. Like, on the independent scene, everybody knows Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, and, you know, Adam Cole. So you would have thought they would have came out, but the Revival, you know, they just stayed with their game plan, and now they're advanced. Alright, so let's move on. Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. I wouldn't even call that a match. More of a little bit of a brawl, but Finn Balor tried to hang in with Samoa Joe. I mean, he hit a Pele kick. Samoa Joe's so big and so resourceful, he didn't even go down. And Samoa Joe finished off Finn Balor in a very quick fashion. And I mean, Samoa Joe might be on the rise for the Universal title, so you never know. But we do know that the #1 contender is Sami Zayn. If you guys didn't see Monday Night Raw, you guys go check it out if you want to. Sami Zayn upsetted Kevin Owens. So now Stone Cold has booked Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship at Extreme Rules. So that about does it for Monday Night Raw. Unless you want to add a comment, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, you guys can leave that in the comment section. Just let me know. So let's move on to Tuesday in Atlanta on SmackDown. I've never met somebody who's confident off of losing their first match for the WWE Championship against John Cena like AJ Styles did. I feel like that home state really gave AJ Styles a warm welcome, and you know, Styles still new to WWE, but you know, more like I said last week, The Rock doesn't want John Cena as WWE champion, but we saw Backlash, and John Cena is still WWE champion. That was a good match between him and Seth Rollins. I'm not gonna lie, that was a great match.
Yeah, it was a great match.
Seth couldn't finish off. Seth couldn't finish off John Cena, and then John Cena was able to finish off Seth. And then also on SmackDown, Sonya Deville and Tamina teamed up against the Bella Twins. That was a random match, but Sonya and Tamina, they look pretty good as a tag team. They look pretty good as a group. Able to get the win. I'm not sure they're going to be a permanent tag team, but Triple H, of course, we talk about more about that. He's back full time on SmackDown. Usually you expect Triple H on Raw, but he's on SmackDown. And you know what? Him versus Fandango was a pretty good match. Wasn't bad. That's how you know Fandango's very overrated as a wrestler. Like, he's great. Great wrestler. Very underrated. He has a great character. The crowd loves him. So, and then Cedric Alexander versus Cesaro. Cesaro was able to get the win there, boosting up his confidence. Honestly, I'll go on the limb and say I feel like Cedric was a little bit distracted. I think he was a little bit distracted on how big Cesaro was. Like, I feel like Cedric could have the match going his way if he wasn't. I feel like something was bothering him. Something had to be bothering him. Like, you just know when a person wasn't there. Like, I know how Cedric should be performing.
Maybe you just want to win that night.
Yeah. Probably wasn't. But that 6-man tag team match in the main event was pretty good. Authors of Pain teamed up with Seth Rollins before Backlash on Tuesday. They went against the War Raiders and John Cena. And, of course, AOP and Seth Rollins, they beat War Raiders and, you know, John. Great match, though. Great match. And I think Authors of Pain, when they beat the War Raiders and John Cena, that 6-man tag match with Seth, I feel like that boosted up their confidence when they went to Backlash. And that's how they are now the first ever SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. Rob, what do you think? What, like, if you were the War Raiders, how would you react losing in the main event of SmackDown and then losing in a ladder match too?
You have to build yourself back up. Gotta work harder.
Right.
You just was right there and you couldn't hit it.
Honestly,
They be like that.
for two big men, I didn't really see them climb up the ladder as much. Like,
that's probably what hurt. That's probably hurt them.
Right? Yeah, definitely. I also Pain, like, they're big dudes, but they're in shape. And they yeah, I mean, dude, they work so well as a tag team. Like, it's incredible. Like it's really incredible. Let's talk more about Backlash. Me too. I agree. I mean, they just like the chemistry and the fact that they're really big and have a lot of power and a lot of speed. It's very scary. Like, I feel bad for the SmackDown Live Tag Team division. Let's talk more about Backlash. The Hardy Boys, for one. Jeff and Matt. They did look great. I mean, they haven't missed a step. Jeff went Swanton Bomb crazy. Hit 3 Swanton Bombs in that match. Right. I didn't. You know what? Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, I've never seen them so aggressive in a match ever in my life. I mean, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows wanted those belts so bad. So Authors of Pain might have to look out for those two. Or the Hardy Boys. But War Raiders, I don't know. They're just not there since that loss on SmackDown.
It's not all the way there. It'll take some time. You know, well, I say you gotta build yourself back up.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Well, I don't know, bro.
Let's say Ruby Riott and Sasha Banks, pretty good match. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, Ruby Riott, man, she don't usually get a lot of chances, but she got her chance at Backlash. I mean, because, you know, we didn't have an official number contender for the women's belt, but I really like how Ruby Riott stepped up and she challenged Sasha, and it was a great match. The crowd was into it. Sasha, though, of course, she retained. I mean, Sasha, she came in as the better wrestler. She's in shape. I mean, she's in the best shape of her life. I mean, and I've never seen her so happy and confident. But, you know, Ruby, she has to really take it and learn from her loss. I think she shouldn't be ashamed. She had a good performance. But, you know, Sasha, I knew Sasha was going to beat her to the punch, because Sasha, she's just that type of woman that's going to beat you no matter how confident you are or how well prepared you came. Like, Sasha Banks always finds a way, and I think she might have the championship to WrestleMania. I'm just go out and say that right there. She might have that belt at WrestleMania. She might. I could definitely see it. I can definitely see it.
Nobody's gonna out-wrestle her.
Never. Nobody's. I mean, let me see. Let's look at this. Let's look at this women's division right here. Let's see. Ember Moon, Becky Lynch, Naomi. You know, maybe Alexa Bliss could give her a run. But I mean, if Sasha can get over Ember and Becky and Naomi, I don't see nobody else. I mean, you got Shayna Baszler, but she's a bit too. She's kind of a hothead. Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, you know, Lana. Not too many. I think Raw might have the strongest women's division.
Yeah, she can definitely dominate the division.
Yeah.
Like you said, only a couple that can probably give you some.
Right, like right, exactly. Like, literally only name 3 women. For Raw, you have Kairi Sane, Bianca Belair, Asuka, Charlotte, Bayley, Natalya, Mickie James, Nia Jax, Paige, Alicia Fox. And the thing is, we don't have a Raw Women's Champion for that brand yet. So, you know, very interesting there. I am trying. Honestly, I'm just going on the limb and say the match of the night at Backlash was Dolph Ziggler and AJ Styles. You put in the comments, you said match of the year, and I agree. I mean, even though it's still early in the year, I mean, dude, AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler pushed each other to the absolute limit.
Not every year. I'm gonna stay by that. I'm gonna stay by that all year.
I mean, dude, did you see the sweat on them? Jesus.
Yeah, it was alcohol.
I mean, Dolph was so tired. AJ Styles, you know, he's a bit older. He was exhausted. I mean, like, they just pushed her to the limit. But I mean, Dolph Ziggler, he's beating the best right now. He beating Johnny Gargano. He beat Adam Cole that draft day. He's beating AJ Styles. Who was going to stop Dolph Ziggler?
I was no one.
But
he kicked out of like 3 finishes. Like, you had so much heart.
Tell me about it. But I'll name 2 guys. Just no. I'm gonna go out and say 3. 3 guys right now I think who can beat Dolph Ziggler straight up. Apollo Crews, Roderick Strong, and a guy who was very aggressive, and we saw what he could do at main event, Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Rusev, we got, you know, Kane, you know, Elias, and you know what? Before we get into more of that, what do you think about that debut, that guy, Velveteen Dream?
It's gonna be great.
I mean, dude. Right.
A lot of potential.
I mean, him and Goldust, dude, man, they rocked that. And I like how he showed Goldust respect. I thought he would have did something cowardly, but no. I mean, dude, he's quite the colorful character.
Definitely. So I said him, you know, Goldust kind of right as far as like what he had.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of similarities.
Let's see. The main event, Rollins and John Cena. I did hear that John Cena's going to respond to The Rock on Tuesday. That's what I did hear. John Cena is going to respond to The Rock's comments. And I like how John Cena picked this time to be so late. Because I think John Cena now has something to say. You know, he's beating AJ Styles. He's beating Seth Rollins. Who else can The Rock put in front of him? And honestly, The Rock, I feel like he's been having bad luck. I mean, you got beat up by Stone Cold. Brock Lesnar punched you in the mouth. Got a busted mouth. I mean, man. The Rock is doing a lot of trash talking, but not the walking. I mean, Steve beat the brakes off him. Like, that was crazy. And then Brock is out of control. But you know, Backlash had a good review. Now, before we got to Backlash, of course, Wednesday we had main event. We had Heath Slater versus Tony Nese in Nashville, Tennessee. First of all, even though Heath Slater lost to Tony Nese, let me tell you something right now. That was the best Heath Slater I have ever seen. Hands down. That's gonna make him better, honestly. It's gonna make him better. Like, I mean, he really pushed himself. He wasn't tired, he wasn't exhausted. He just went out there to wrestle Tony Nese. And Tony Nese is also another new talent that The Rock brought up for SmackDown and drafted him. Liv Morgan and Lana, a lot of drama in that match. You know, Liv Morgan won by a roll-up and Lana attacked her after. What, bro, did you see Lana's finisher? That's how you know she's been working in. You know it. Right. You know she's been working at that performance center. Even though she lost, I mean, she lost by a roll-up. I don't think that takes off momentum off of Lana.
It does exactly start with a little slot match.
Right. No, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what everybody would have thought. Oh, it's Lana. Lana's gonna get no. Like, Lana came out there. I really feel like we're in a better era in WWE right now. I feel bad for the Usos when they went against Heavy Machinery. not only were they were just two big men, the Usos, they didn't look good as a unit. And first of all, let me tell you something right now. The Usos is probably the best unit tag teams in WWE just because they're brothers and they're twins. They think alike, they know alike. But I've never seen them so disfigured and so disoriented that they didn't know what to do next. I mean, they got squashed. They got squashed by Tucker Knight and Otis. And you know what? Rod, I'm going to name you the 4 teams that are still in the tournament for Raw. Sanity, TM61, Heavy Machinery, and The Revival. Out of those 4 teams, who do you think are going to be the first ever Raw Tag Team Champ? Hands down. The Revival. I got The Revival too. I do. I'm not even picking favorites. It's just that you can't deny their teamwork. We got one more thing to talk about before we close up. Also, that happened on main event. We were supposed to see a classic. 2 men that had 2 future Hall of Famers, ladies and gentlemen. 2 guys that have been in the ring with each other, beaten each other, lost to each other. We were supposed to see Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, versus the Ayatollah Rock and Roller, Y2J, Chris Jericho. It was supposed to be great in Nashville. But as Kurt Angle came out, for some random reason, R-Truth came out with a steel chair and assaulted Kurt Angle. And we have no idea why. Like, I'm very curious, you know? I'm very curious. Like, why on earth? Like, I don't get it. Like, why would R-Truth attack Kurt Angle? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you know he has to be out there to prove something. Like, he has to have some type of motive to attack a Hall of Famer. I think he's trying to make a name for himself. Honestly, that's all that is.
I even think R-Truth is a Hall of Fame.
Definitely. I mean, man, he's just a name that's not ever brought up, and I think he went out there to make sure people bring up his name now. R-Truth. I'm on Raw. I attacked Kurt Angle. Now what? And I wonder what Stone Cold thinks of that.
I do too.
I wonder. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was the weekly recap. If you guys didn't catch the live stream, don't worry about it. If you guys want to leave comments down below when that uploads, feel free. Hope everybody having a Merry Christmas, Rob, bro. Appreciate it. And everybody have a nice rest of your holiday and a happy New Year. Even though I'll probably see y'all before then. See y'all later.